Kagame of Rwanda. A day for Africa, a great day for the world, and for these two countries, and they have so much to be proud of. And I want to thank the leaders. I want to thank you very much. It means maybe more because we are here together for the first time ever in this building. Brand new, beautiful building. I don't want to tell you how much it costs because I hear it's a lot. Okay? They don't build inexpensively here. I want to thank you very much. I just want to thank you very much. Maybe more because we are here together for the first time ever in this building. Brand new, beautiful building. I don't want to tell you how much it costs because I hear it's a lot. Incredible setting. They don't build inexpensively here. But I just want to thank you very much. So please sit down, everybody. To celebrate the birth of the Prince of Peace. I want to thank everybody for being here. It's a momentous occasion. To sign a historic agreement that will end one of the longest-running conflicts anywhere in the world, with far more than 10 million people killed. Today we commit to stopping decades of violence and bloodshed and to begin a new era of harmony and cooperation between the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Rwanda. I want to thank the two courageous leaders. They are courageous leaders. They really are courageous leaders, great people. President Tshisekedi of the Democratic Republic of the Congo and President Kagame of Rwanda. They are amazing people, and they had stories to tell me that were incredible. Really fascinating in so many different ways. Sad and beautiful, both sad and beautiful, and today makes them beautiful. I've just held really fantastic meetings with both men and representatives of other countries where we discussed the importance of upholding this new agreement. Very detailed, powerful agreement. I also want to thank several foreign guests and dignitaries in attendance to celebrate this magnificent event, including the President of Angola. Please, would you stand? And it's so great to see you. Thank you. The President of Burundi, thank you very much. Great to see you again. The President of Kenya. We have the Olympics here. You know, they do very well in the Olympics, those runners. I don't know what the heck you do with those runners, but they are very good. I've been watching them for a long time. So we have the Olympics coming to the United States. You know that. Thank you very much. And you'll come as our guest. Thank you. And the President of the Council of Ministers of Togo. Thank you. Thank you very much. The Vice President of Uganda. Thank you. It's such a beautiful color. All these guys are wearing these dark suits. You just stand out for a lot of reasons. You're beautiful. The Foreign Ministers of Qatar. Thank you. Thank you very much. Say hello to my friend, a great man. And the United Arab Emirates. Thank you. Thank you. My regards, right? And the chairman of the African Union Commission, who's done a fantastic job, and thank you for all your help. We appreciate all your help. Special group of people. A very special thanks as well to Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Marco, please stand. Thank you. And thank you for putting a certain name on that building. I said, boy, that is beautiful. That blew up last night. They said, that's a great honor. It really is. On this building, it's a great honor. Thank you very much. I assume you had a lot to do with that. Just a little bit, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it. And Senior Advisor for Africa, Masad Boulos, who's been fantastic. Thank you, Masad. All of these people, every one of them, were indispensable in forging this agreement. Let me also recognize Senators Mike Rounds and Lindsey Graham. Lindsey, thank you. Mike, wherever you may be. Thank you. Thank you, Mike. Representatives Ronnie Jackson. Where's Ronnie? Ronnie is a great guy. He won his race in Texas by 48 points, right? So I don't have to ask if he's in any, I don't even have to endorse him anymore. It doesn't matter. Save the paper, right? Great job. Chris Smith. Chris? Thank you, Chris. Great. Good job. Trent Kelly. Trent? Thank you very much. Thank you. And the acting president of the Institute for Peace, Darren Beatty. Thank you, Darren, very much. Thank you very much, Darren. For more than 30 years, one of the worst conflicts on earth has been raging in eastern Congo. Millions and millions of people have been tragically killed, went on forever, and countless more have been displaced from their homes. Families have been destroyed. It's been a disaster. Many administrations have tried, but probably not too hard, knowing who preceded me. But they tried. It says they've tried. But we tried harder to end this conflict. But they've accomplished, obviously, they accomplished very little because the killing went on at levels that just got worse and worse. And today we're succeeding where so many others have failed. And this has become the 8th war that we've ended in less than 1 year. Such an exciting thing to do. This has been a really, because we're talking about 30 years of fighting, 30 years, much more than 10 million lives. Last June, thanks to the efforts of Secretary Rubio and Mr. Boulos, Rwanda and the DRC reached a landmark agreement to move toward peace. They started the process. I met with some of their great representatives who are here also, and we started a great process. The compact we're signing today, the terms agreed to in June, including a permanent ceasefire, the disarmament of non-state forces, provisions for refugees to return to their homes, and justice and accountability for those who have committed illegal atrocities. Very importantly, this agreement also creates a new framework for economic prosperity. There's tremendous wealth in that beautiful earth. It's beautiful earth, but it was stained badly with blood, tremendous amounts of blood. But in the region that will support a lasting peace, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo and Rwanda have agreed to more closely integrate their economies with each other rather than fighting, and they'll be doing that. And these two gentlemen are very smart, and I think they liked each other a lot. I spent time with them. I think they liked some people may be surprised. I really do. I think they've spent a lot of time killing each other, and now they're going to spend a lot of time hugging, holding hands, and taking advantage of the United States of America economically like every other country does. So they're going to do very well. But they do have some very valuable things. They're going to have a lot of money and a lot of success. And I think they're going to get along really well. So I hope so. Thank you very much. Look at them. Look at the way they love each other. Thank you. So I have a lot of confidence in both leaders. We'll keep these commitments. I know they're going to keep them and follow through on the agreement and create a much brighter future for the people of their countries and their heroes within their countries because of today. This is a big story. And so much is being written and said. All of the newscasts have it up at the top of the list. And they are heroes, and we want to keep it that way. Today, the United States is also signing our own bilateral agreements with the Congo and Rwanda that will unlock new opportunities for the United States to access critical minerals and provide economic benefits for everybody. And we'll be involved. We're sending some of our biggest and greatest companies over to the two countries, and we're going to take out some of the rare earth and take out some of the assets and pay, and everybody's going to make a lot of money. These are just two of the many new agreements related to mineral supplies that my administration has achieved this year, including with Australia, Japan, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, South Korea, and many other countries. With all of these agreements, we're forging new economic security partnerships that protect the interests of America and our friends and partners, and a core feature of my administration's national security strategy, a big part of which is the tariffs. We're taking in trillions of dollars in tariffs. Nobody's ever seen anything like it, and it's given us really great national security. We'll be paying down debt. We'll be making distributions to people, and we're really doing a job. It's amazing. I was with a gentleman, the future king of Saudi Arabia, and you've heard me say this a couple of times, but 2 months ago when I was over there, he said, and actually Qatar is represented today, and UAE is represented, and your leader said the exact same thing, different words, but the exact same thing, that 1 year ago they thought our country was dead, and now our country is the hottest country anywhere in the world. We're the hottest country anywhere in the world. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. We have over $18 trillion, that's just in 10 months, pledged or being invested or pledged to be invested in the United States. Think of that, 18 trillion. The highest amount we've ever had is 1.5. Under the Biden administration, they did much less than 1 in 4 years. Think of that. So they did less than 1 trillion in 4 years. We have 18 trillion in 10 months. It's going to be much more than that, too. No other country in history has ever been close, no matter what country you pick. So I want to thank you again, everybody, for your great vision, and I want to thank the people, especially the people that we named. Some of the others that unfortunately we didn't name, we just couldn't do that. But for your vision and for your courage, because it's made it possible to begin healing old wounds and transcending past differences and creating a future where every child of God can live in dignity, prosperity, and peace. And these are two very good men, and they're two potentially very strong countries. I'd like to now invite President Kagame to come up and say a few words. It's Rwanda. And then, if I may, President of DRC, who really is doing a great job. These are two men that are doing a great job. And again, they are so respected because of what they're doing today and the mission that they've really, I think, accomplished. And we'll see how it all works out, but I think it's going to work out really great. They want to get on to other ways of living for their people, and they're great leaders. Thank you very much. Please, Mr. President. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Excellency Donald Trump, President of the United States of America, Excellencies, heads of state and government and former heads of state, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to begin with some words of thanks. First, to my fellow heads of state and government from Africa, your presence here confirms that these efforts enjoy the broad support necessary to succeed. I also thank Minister of State Kulaifi, representing His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad of Qatar. The role of Qatar has been absolutely central in getting us to this point. But of course, the biggest vote of thanks goes to President Donald Trump. No one was asking President Trump to take up this task. Our region is far from the headlines. But when the President saw the opportunity to contribute to peace, he immediately took it. This conflict has lasted for 30 years. We have seen countless mediations and efforts, but none has succeeded in resolving the underlying issues. President Trump introduced a new and effective dynamism that created the space for breakthroughs. His approach is even-handed, never taking sides. He orients us toward the future, not the past, emphasizing that the dividend of peace is prosperity and investment, including from the United States. More importantly, President Trump's approach is pragmatic. The process has not become an end in itself. All of these elements filter down to his dedicated team, and here I want to single out Secretary Rubio and Masad Boulos for special appreciation. We would not be here today without their efforts. And as a result, we have the clearest and most viable path forward that we have ever had. These accords provide everything needed to end this conflict once and for all. If this agreement falters and things do not work out as they are supposed to, the responsibility will not lie with President Trump, but with ourselves. It's up to us in Africa, working with our partners to consolidate and expand this peace. There will be ups and downs on the road ahead. There is no doubt about it. Rwanda, I know, will not be found wanting. I can assure you of that. Our only objective is and has always been for our country to be safe and secure after having endured so much tragedy. We now only want to look forward in confident expectation of a prosperous and stable future. Mr. President, Excellencies, I thank you for your kind attention.
Mr. the President of the United States, Donald Trump, ladies and gentlemen, dear members of the delegations, distinguished guests, as we have just placed our signatures at the bottom of the joint declaration enshrining the Washington agreements for peace and prosperity, I do feel, on behalf of the people of Congo, a deep gratitude and clear hope. First of all, I would like to express quite solemnly our deep thanks to the President of the United States of America, Mr. Donald Trump. I would like to thank his administration and also wish to thank the American people for the critical role that they played for the rapprochement, the closening between the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Republic of Rwanda. To these thanks, I also bring in all of our regional partners and our international partners who, thanks to their commitment and engagement, have consistently made this critical moment possible in the road to peace. First and foremost, we have Sheikh Yanim bin Ahmad Adani. We have President João Manuel Lourenço Gonçalves, who is the President of Angola and the acting President of the African Union. And we also have the former President of the Republic of Kenya, my brother, Uhuru Kenyatta, who I can see here in the room. These two great Africans who are at the beginning, who started the Rwanda and the Nairobi processes. And beyond them, I wish to thank also all of the African leaders who contributed to help us in this struggle. And I do hope that we have, yes, reached the end. The Washington agreements are not yet another document. These represent a turning point. They bring together under a coherent architecture a declaration of principles of a peace agreement and also the regional economic integration framework to provide to the peoples of the region a new perspective, a new outlook, namely to finally overcome the cycle of violence, of forced displacements, of mistrust, defiance, in order to begin a new era of friendship, cooperation, and prosperity all shared together. For those involved, the Democratic Republic of Congo takes this solemn commitment to implement with complete sincerity all of our obligations that stem from this agreement. We will do this with seriousness, with rigorousness, and also the constant care for peace and the security of our populations, for the unity and the integrity of our territory. We do hope that thanks with the same seriousness that the Republic of Rwanda will also respect fully the letter and the spirit of the commitments made here in Washington. We are reaching out for a peaceful cooperation based on mutual respect, non-interference, and the joint struggle against the armed groups, the end of all support to negative forces, and the beginning of fair prosperity on behalf of our two populations. I do believe this day is the beginning of a new path. A demanding path, yes, indeed, quite difficult, but this is a path where peace will not just be a wish, an aspiration, but a turning point. The Democratic Republic of Congo will fully play its part with dignity, with consciousness and consistency, and with the support of our partners. We will remain watchful, vigilant, but not pessimistic. We'll be clear-eyed, but resolutely optimistic. These Washington agreements for peace and prosperity must be for our peoples a symbol of an irreversible commitment to turn the page of confrontations and to open a new era of cooperation and sustainable peace throughout the region. Thank you.
So, if I might, my four new friends, a couple of cases not that new. Could you come up, please? Do you mind? Please. they represent so many and so well, so I just want to thank you very much. Good.
Sr. Presidente Donald Trump, Presidente dos Estados Unidos da América, caros convidados, altas entidades aqui presentes, senhores jornalistas, eu gostaria de realçar a importância desta cerimônia aqui em Washington, D.C., que vai finalmente pôr fim a um conflito que, como já foi dito, dura mais de 3 décadas. Não são exatamente 30 anos, mas mais do que 3 décadas. Um conflito entre irmãos, países vizinhos e irmãos, que deviam se dar bem, mas que, por razões de diversa ordem, têm vindo a se degladiar ao longo dos anos, com pesadas consequências, quer para as populações de ambos os países, como também para as respectivas economias. A região dos Grandes Lagos é uma região das mais ricas do mundo, não apenas da África. É enormemente rica em recursos hídricos, terras aráveis, florestas, recursos minerais que estão no subsolo, mas, sobretudo, rico nas suas pessoas, com um potencial muito grande para desenvolver aquela região de África que pode catapultar o desenvolvimento de outras regiões igualmente do nosso continente. O mundo atravessa hoje uma crise energética e alimentar. Nós fomos a dizer que a África, e em particular essa região dos Grandes Lagos, tem o potencial, não digo de resolver, mas de contribuir consideravelmente para a resolução destas duas grandes crises, quer alimentar, quer a energética, não apenas para o nosso continente, mas para o mundo. A grande barragem do Inga, adormecida há bastantes anos, pode contribuir enormemente para a eletrificação do continente e, consequentemente, para a sua industrialização. Em termos de agricultura, o facto de ter terras aráveis, um índice de chuvas bastante regular e abundante, pode-se desenvolver agricultura naquelas regiões para alimentar o continente. E nada disso tem sido possível fazer-se ao longo de décadas, devido a este conflito que não tem sentido e que, finalmente e felizmente, parece que terá o seu fim hoje aqui em Washington, D.C. Nós procuramos fazer a nossa parte, e quando digo nós, estou-me a referir a Angola, ao Quênia e outros países também africanos. Procuramos fazer o melhor para chegarmos a este momento. Infelizmente não foi possível, mas nós só temos que agradecer ao presidente Trump por ter dado continuidade ao trabalho que nós realizamos e ter conseguido alcançar esse desfecho do qual todos nós sairemos a ganhar. Portanto, mais uma vez, o presidente Trump fez a parte que lhe compete e nós esperamos e acreditamos que é o que vai acontecer, que as duas partes, ou seja, as autoridades da República Democrática do Congo e da República do Rwanda também farão a sua parte para a implementação com êxito deste acordo. Uma coisa é assinar um acordo, outra coisa que é mais difícil, mas é possível, desde que haja vontade política, é implementar em tempo útil tudo aquilo que nós acordamos e assinamos. Parabéns a todos. Muito obrigado.
Your Excellency, the U.S. President, President Trump, dear guests, and dear dignitaries present here and press members. I would like to highlight the importance of this ceremony taking place in Washington, D.C., because this has come to put an end to a war that has been there for more than 3 decades, because it's not just exactly 3 decades, but it's more than 30 years. And this is a conflict that has been there between two neighboring countries which have been fighting for many years with consequences on the peoples, countries, economies, and so forth. And these consequences also were felt in the Great Lakes region, which is a very rich region in Africa, rich in terms of water resources, arable lands and forests, and as well as mineral resources, which are important for the development of our region. So it's important that we've reached to this point where the agreement is going to be, has been signed, a peace deal, which will benefit immensely the whole region and will unleash the opportunities for the development of our continent, and as well as to helping the whole world in terms of fighting against the food crisis and energy crisis which the whole world is going through now. We believe that the Great Lakes region will have to play a great role in providing resources to the international community. And of course, solving this conflict will also help solve other crises, not only in the continent as we know, but worldwide. For example, the Great Inga hydro project in Congo is important. It can help to electrify the continent and consequently help in terms of developing agriculture and providing agriculture, arable land, and abundant resources that we have that can be used. We know that Africa possesses a lot of other resources such as rainfalls, which are important for agriculture. So nothing has nothing would just justify this war, but eventually the most important thing that it has come to war. We sought as Africans to do our part. When I say Africans, I mentioned countries such as Angola, Kenya, and other African countries, but unfortunately we couldn't make it. But we now want to thank President Donald Trump for having helped to reach this important milestone. We believe, once again, we have to thank him for what he has done, and what comes next now is to appeal to the two parties, that is the Democratic Republic of the Congo and the Republic of Rwanda, to implement successfully this agreement for the benefit of their countries, their people, and including our continent of Africa. Thank you very much. Good job.
Your Excellency, President Trump, fellow heads of state, today's signing of the Washington Peace Accord for Eastern DRC is not merely a monumental diplomatic milestone. It is a decisive act to end a devastating conflict that has scarred the region. This of the entire Great Lakes effort, anchored by today, the essential path extend our gratitude to President Tshisekedi and President Kagame for their leadership during this process. Reaching this point was made possible by the unparalleled consequential convening power of the United States and President Trump's resolute and focused to global peace. Your clarity, Mr. President, of purpose and ability to rally stakeholders together has brought us to this point. We therefore extend our profound gratitude to President Trump, whose bold leadership has been instrumental in delivering this breakthrough. Our presence here, Mr. President, as regional leaders is a testament of our collective resolve. We will spare no effort to ensure this agreement is fully realized, mobilizing every resource and partner to secure peace and unlock the region's immense economic promise. The protracted conflict on our continent continues to hold back Africa. Our current 3% share of global trade is stark evidence of how far this war has held us back. A peaceful Eastern DRC can unlock one of Africa's greatest economic opportunities. Our vast resources, the young talent that we have, connected through our regional infrastructure and the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, can ignite an unprecedented transformation. A peaceful and integrated Great Lakes region will accelerate innovation, predictable government reduces risk, harmonized regulation lowers costs, and open borders increase trade, attracting value-added industries to our continent. For too long, Africa has exported raw materials only to import refined products at great cost. Our regional economic integration framework, Mr. President, that you have spoken to here, will build value chains in minerals, manufacturing, and agri-processing, creating jobs and creating wealth. The Great Lakes region stands at the threshold of a new era. Peace will open doors, integration will guide us, and private sector dynamism will propel us forward. In conclusion, as we celebrate progress in the DRC, we must not look away from other crises. I want to ask you respectfully, Mr. President, that in your quest for global peace, to support efforts to resolve the humanitarian catastrophe in Sudan. I thank you.
Excellence, le chef d'État et de gouvernement ici présent.
Heads of state and government, dear delegations, it is with great joy that I speak today before you in order. There is a time for and there's a time for despair and there's a time for hope. We are experiencing actually implement this accord. As far as we are concerned, this agreement on regional economic integration, well, Burundi and the DRC already represent an economic community of the countries of the Great Lakes region. Burundi has a major role to play in order to indeed implement these existing cooperation agreements between the three states. We hope that together we'll be able to achieve a long-lasting peace and stability throughout the region. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I just want to introduce a friend of mine who I just noticed in the audience. He's in charge of a very small sport called here, soccer, over there, football. So nobody knows really what to call it. Johnny, thank you very much. The head of FIFA is here. And I can report to you that we have sold more tickets than any country anywhere in the world at this stage of the game, and I think we probably broke all records before you even get close. And you have a big event on Friday at the Trump Kennedy Center. Oh, excuse me, at the Kennedy Center. Pardon me, such a terrible mistake, Marco. At the Kennedy Center, and I look forward to seeing you there. But I want to congratulate you. No, it's really taken the world by storm. You've never done anything like what's happening in terms of ticket sales. I'm making a lot of enemies telling people, I'm sorry, I can't get you tickets. I just can't do it. But congratulations, you've done a fantastic job. A great leader in sports and a great gentleman. Thank you very much, Johnny. Thank you. And now we're going to sign a very important agreement. Thank you. Thank you very much, everyone.
Mr. President, one question for Africa, please. One question.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
I know you and you're very friendly, so I'll take it. Otherwise, I wouldn't take it. Go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. President, we are witnessing a historic moment for Africa. My question to you is, when we will see the return from Rwanda's troops from DRC, and when we will see the real peace? Because even now, we are witnessing this historical peace deal, but people are being still killed in DRC. Because the truth continue there. Because this needs to be real, the truth needs to withdraw from DRC. When we will see the
I think you're going to see very quickly, I think you're going to see things happen. This is something that was not doable, according to a lot of people, and not only is it doable, I think it's going to be a great miracle. These two gentlemen are leaders, they're great leaders, and they're going to prove that in the coming months and years. And I think you're going to see very immediate results. I have confidence that that's what's going to happen. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Let's take a picture of it. Why don't we take a picture? Great. That's a big deal. They like it. People like it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
Mesdames et messieurs de la presse, bonsoir. Il est 18h15 à Washington, D.C., minuit quart à Kinshasa et nous venons devant de vous en ce jour historique où vous avez suivi la cérémonie de la signature de l'entérinement de l'accord de paix qui a été signé le 27 juin dernier par la ministre d'État, ministre des Affaires étrangères. Vous savez que nous sommes ici, mais nous sommes totalement en compassion et en solidarité avec nos populations qui continuent de ployer sous les attaques de forces hostiles. Et donc ce soir, nous revenons au devant de vous dans la tradition qui est la nôtre par devoir de transparence et de redevabilité pour vous faire le point de cette journée historique avec la série d'activités que nous avons connues. La première, évidemment, c'était la rencontre d'abord bilatérale entre le président de la République démocratique du Congo et son homologue américain, qui s'en est suivi d'une trilatérale. La ministre d'État, ministre des Affaires étrangères, avait assisté le président de la République dans ces discussions. Elle ne pourra peut-être pas nous donner les détails de ces réunions, mais elle pourra nous dire plus ou moins le tableau général du package qui constitue les accords de Washington. Vous aviez suivi en avril dernier, il y avait la déclaration de principe, il y avait l'accord proprement dit qui a été signé, mais à côté de cet accord, il y a ce qu'on appelle le cadre d'intégration économique régionale, parce que souvenez-vous de ce que nous disions lundi, le principe de l'accord de Washington, c'est de traiter principalement deux sujets, la sécurité et les sujets économiques. C'est à ce titre que nous avons le privilège d'avoir le gouverneur de la Banque centrale, mais ce n'est pas sous cette qualité qu'il interviendra au cours de cet exercice de redevabilité. Il sera là comme principal négociateur dans les cas de travaux pour la création du cadre d'intégration économique régionale. Ensuite, il y avait une double dimension dans les séjours, dans la visite du président de la République ici à Washington, il y avait une dimension diplomatique avec l'accord, mais il y avait aussi une dimension bilatérale. C'est pour ça que nous avons le privilège d'avoir le vice-premier ministre, ministre de l'économie, qui a signé aujourd'hui, juste après la cérémonie des signatures des chefs d'État, l'accord de partenariat stratégique entre la République démocratique du Congo et les États-Unis d'Amérique. Voilà plus ou moins résumé les activités que nous avons eues aujourd'hui. Évidemment, nous allons donner premièrement la parole à la ministre d'État, ministre des Affaires étrangères, pour nous brosser plus ou moins l'esprit et les cas dans lesquels les discussions se sont tenues ce matin, qui ont abouti à cet accord en présence de plusieurs chefs d'État africains, tels que vous l'avez vu. Madame la ministre d'État, merci. C'est des journées marathon, évidemment. Heureusement que vous êtes une Amazone, comme j'aime bien vous appeler, par rapport à votre engagement sur ces fronts diplomatiques que vous copilotez avec le président de la République. Nous sommes à Washington, l'épilogue sûrement de ce que vous avez commencé déjà il y a plusieurs mois. Qu'est-ce que vous pouvez nous dire de cette journée historique? Qu'est-ce que le Congolais, qui attend depuis des heures d'avoir des éléments supplémentaires par rapport à ce qu'on a vu, pour que nous puissions mieux comprendre l'action du président de la République dans la volonté de ramener une paix que nous voulons définitive et durable. Madame la ministre d'État.
Merci beaucoup pour la parole. Merci. Bonsoir à tous et à toutes. Et évidemment, bonsoir à nos chers compatriotes qui nous suivent à Kinshasa, à Goma, Bukavu et dans toutes les autres parties de la République démocratique du Congo. En effet, une journée historique, journée du 4 décembre, lors de laquelle 3 chefs d'État ont signé ce qui sera connu comme les accords de Washington. Ces accords qui, en fait, entérinent 3 documents importants, à savoir la déclaration de principe qui avait initialement été signée le 25 avril, suivie de l'accord de paix qui a été signé entre la République démocratique du Congo et le Rwanda le 27 juin, et le cadre d'intégration économique régionale que nous avons signé aujourd'hui, 4 décembre. Donc, ces 3 instruments constituent ce qui est connu maintenant comme les accords de Washington. Comme mon cher collègue l'a déjà indiqué, cette journée a commencé d'abord avec une série d'entretiens au niveau de la Maison-Blanche, dans le bureau ovale, pendant lequel le président de la République a eu l'occasion d'échanger directement avec son homologue et son hôte américain, y compris justement sur le potentiel et la promesse, si vous voulez, de cet accord de Washington, mais aussi sur les perspectives d'un partenariat bilatéral renforcé entre les États-Unis d'Amérique et la République démocratique du Congo. Après ce passage à la Maison-Blanche, nous avons donc ensuite eu la cérémonie de signature que beaucoup d'entre vous ont pu suivre en direct, pendant laquelle justement une déclaration a été signée par les 3 chefs d'État, à savoir donc le chef d'État, notre président de la République évidemment, Félix-Antoine Tshisekedi Tshilombo, mais aussi le président Trump et le président du Rwanda. Et donc, avec cela, entre en vigueur, si vous voulez, l'accord de Washington. Je pense que ce qui est important à retenir aujourd'hui, c'est que cet accord englobe plusieurs instruments et reflète aussi une longue marche, si vous voulez, une longue séquence d'efforts diplomatiques qui n'ont pas commencé en avril, mais bien avant, à commencer par la résolution 2773 qui a été adoptée au niveau du Conseil de sécurité à l'unanimité et qui, si vous voulez, a jeté un peu la base sur toutes les perspectives vers une pacification durable de l'Est de la RDC, mais aussi de la région des Grands Lacs. Donc, nous savons qu'il y a beaucoup d'attentes par rapport à ces accords et comment ils vont prendre forme de manière concrète, évidemment. Nous sommes dans les premières heures après la signature, mais je pense que nous devons retenir quand même qu'il y a eu une forte mobilisation, surtout du côté des États-Unis d'Amérique, de voir comment ces efforts diplomatiques qui ont été menés pouvaient être couronnés par un document contraignant pour toutes les parties et qui va justement jeter les bases pour, nous l'espérons, une paix durable dans l'Est de la République démocratique du Congo, mais aussi de manière plus large dans la région des Grands Lacs et de cette manière aussi ouvrir la perspective vers une réconciliation des peuples, un rapprochement des peuples, mais aussi une plus grande intégration économique. Mais nous savons aussi que tout cela se fera de manière graduelle, que tous ces efforts devront être bâtis les uns sur les autres, pas seulement parce que nous le connaissons, nous le savons de notre propre région, mais nous l'avons aussi appris dans d'autres régions. La paix se construit avec du sérieux, avec du temps, avec de la rigueur. Et ceci a été la posture de la République démocratique du Congo dès l'avènement du président de la République à la magistrature suprême. Et nous restons engagés dans cette logique. Merci.
Voilà, merci beaucoup, Madame la ministre d'État, pour cette introduction. Je me tourner du côté du gouverneur Wameso, mais je rappelle que vous n'intervenez pas comme gouverneur de la Banque centrale du Congo, mais plutôt comme un des experts de la République démocratique du Congo, spécifiquement pour ce qui concerne le cadre d'intégration économique régionale. Vous savez tous, l'accord, j'en parlais tout à l'heure, l'accord du 27 juin avait principalement 2 points, la question de la sécurité, mais aussi la question économique. Et sur cette question économique, Monsieur Wameso, beaucoup de choses ont été dites, notamment qu'on bradait nos minerais pour le Rwanda, mais la question principale, c'est qu'on veut ramener les développements, on veut ramener l'économie pour nos populations. Question, est-ce que la société civile a été consultée durant les travaux qui ont permis aujourd'hui la signature? Je rappelle que la ministre d'État a signé ce matin les documents qui créent formellement le cadre d'intégration économique régionale juste après l'activité des chefs d'État.
Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le ministre. Permettez-moi de faire un petit rappel historique par rapport aux causes profondes de cette crise que nous connaissons. Cette crise a démarré pas parce qu'il y a eu un problème entre le Rwanda et le Congo, mais cette crise, les causes profondes sont économiques. À la fin de la guerre froide, il y a eu une volonté d'avoir accès aux matières premières qui servent aujourd'hui à ce qu'on utilise les téléphones portables, les ordinateurs et tout cela. Et il eût fallu à l'époque que le Zaïre puisse privatiser ces entreprises minières qui étaient essentiellement étatiques. Et vous savez que nous avons une conférence nationale souveraine où les 2 grandes forces, même si elles étaient opposées politiquement, je rappelle, donc l'Union sacrée, conduite par le docteur Étienne Tshisekedi, et la mouvance présidentielle, ont toutes les 2, ces grandes forces, refusé la privatisation, même s'ils étaient opposés politiquement. Et c'est ainsi qu'il y a eu, pour permettre l'accès à nos matières premières de la part de l'Occident, la création d'une 3e voie. Et cette 3e voie, malheureusement, n'a pas pu prendre politiquement au sein du pays. Et comme il y avait un impératif de pouvoir accéder à nos ressources, c'est comme ça qu'il y a eu un blanc-seing qui a été donné au Rwanda et à l'Ouganda pour nous envahir. C'est ça la raison fondamentale de la crise qui a déchiré notre pays durant pendant les 30 années passées. Et donc, il fallait aussi le résoudre par un volet économique. Pour résoudre ce problème-là, il fallait créer un cadre propice où, par rapport à cette économie passée, donc l'économie du numérique et l'accès à ces ressources, que les choses soient clarifiées de manière transparente, où on affirme la souveraineté de la République démocratique du Congo dans l'exploitation de ces ressources, et qu'on dise que s'il y a des matières de coopération entre les 2 pays ou plusieurs pays de la région, que cela se fasse de manière transparente. D'où ce cadre d'intégration économique régionale, qui, au fait, repose essentiellement sur ce qui a été
imaginé déjà dans le cadre de la CEPGL. Parce que ce cadre d'intégration régionale économique est basé sur l'énergie, infrastructure, agriculture, tourisme, mais on a rajouté maintenant un volet qui concerne les matières premières. Mais ça consacre aussi économiquement la fin d'un cycle, parce que l'économie fonctionne en fonction des cycles. Il y a des cycles qui sont plus ou moins courts et il y a des cycles qui sont plus ou moins longs. Et il y a la fin d'un cycle maintenant qui marque la fin d'une économie du numérique tel que nous l'avons connu hier. Et il y a un nouveau cycle qui démarre. Et ce cycle-là marque l'économie du futur, l'économie verte, où les mêmes matières premières stratégiques se retrouvent au Congo. Et c'est pour ça qu'il y a deux volets. On règle un problème du passé avec le cadre économique d'intégration économique régionale, et il y a un partenariat stratégique qui s'ouvre sur les nouvelles matières premières. Et là, c'est du bilatéral directement, alors que ça ne s'est pas fait par le passé, où on négociait nos matières premières sans nous. Ici, maintenant, ça se négocie directement entre la République démocratique du Congo et les États-Unis. C'est un grand tournant, mais on va en parler les jours, les semaines et les mois qui suivent. Maintenant, est-ce que la société civile a été consultée? Bien sûr que oui, la société civile a été consultée. Pas seulement la société civile, mais la majorité des entreprises occidentales et américaines qui étaient concernées par l'exploitation des matières premières qui se trouvaient dans la région des Kivu, région qui est concernée par le conflit qui dure depuis 30 ans. Et l'une des sociétés civiles phares qui a été consultée dans le cadre de ce cadre d'intégration économique régionale, c'est la Fondation Panzi. J'ai participé moi-même aux discussions. Il y avait Global Witness, il y avait Human Rights Watch, il y avait The Sentry, des organisations de la société civile qui ont toujours eu un regard très critique par rapport à ce qui se passe dans l'est de notre pays et qui ont emmené au fait leurs remarques pour que ce cadre d'intégration régionale économique se fasse d'une manière transparente où les choses ne pourront plus échapper au fait aux populations locales. Et je dois préciser une dernière chose, c'est que ce cadre d'intégration économique régionale ne peut entrer en vigueur que s'il y a un retour total de la paix dans nos régions. Voilà.
Voilà, merci. Monsieur le vice-premier ministre, ministre de l'économie, il y avait une dimension bilatérale durant cette mission du président de la République. C'est justement l'accord du partenariat stratégique entre la RDC et les États-Unis qu'on appelait il y a quelques semaines le deal. Qu'est-ce que vous pouvez nous en dire sommairement de ce qui a été convenu avec la partie américaine au sujet justement des opportunités économiques et des relations économiques qui doivent être dorénavant renforcées?